So there's lots of reasons why people are not getting life insurance right now. One of the reasons they might think they don't need it. They're a safe driver, they're not at a high-risk job, or they don't smoke. There's no health problems. Why do you need to spend that extra money to have life insurance when you're struggling to pay your bills as it is? One of the biggest things is the unknowns. My husband, who died at 28 years old, was in absolute perfect health. We cannot plan for accidents at all, when especially it's just not even our fault. It's things that need to be considered that normally you don't confront yourself with on a daily basis. And when you look at your monthly budget, it feels like adding something to it just is not going to work. You're spending enough as it is. This really has to be a high priority. It's something that you can't get after it happens. You want to prepare for the unknowns and the expenses that do come. To fit this into your monthly budget, your agent will consider options that work for you. You might feel like you need some time to think about it. That's a very natural response to a new thought. It can be uncomfortable to begin with, but what I would suggest is make those appointments and start talking about it. And as you explore these things, it doesn't have to take very long. You don't want to drag it out, but let the time that you put in with your agent at an appointment or two really do its work. Think about it, allow yourself to think about it briefly, enough so that you can make an informed decision. This tragedy happened to us out of the blue. It can happen at any time. It's something that needs to be in place when it happens. You might feel like you don't need life insurance right now because you're single, or you just got married and you don't have kids yet. You can take care of yourselves. I have a job, my wife has a job, my husband has a job, so you'd be able to support yourself the way you did before you got married. If something happens, the funeral alone could cause a lot of financial stress. If you have a place that you're living together and you own vehicles, all of these things look different when you are not around any longer. So someone has to take care of your bills. Those things don't go away when you're gone. Another common thing that people might consider when they're asked about life insurance is that they feel they're already protected because they have a policy through work. You do have to consider if that policy is covering everything that you anticipate it to. You might have been at your job for many years. Maybe your life has changed and that policy should be re-examined. Take the time to find out and understand if your policy at work will stay with you if you separate from that place of business. Do you still have that policy if you become laid off or fired? How does that look for your personal needs? Making that appointment with your agent is going to answer a lot of questions that you already have and a lot of things that you may not have considered yet. If you take that time aside to do that now, you're going to feel confident moving forward that these things are taken care of and that you no longer have to be stressed out and worry about them.